Transform debt into wealth. 15 proven strategies the rich use to turn borrowing into millions. You've probably been told your whole life that debt is the enemy, haven't you? That it's a financial trap, a surefire way to lose money, and a mistake only desperate people make. But what if I told you that's only half the story? What if I revealed that the wealthiest people on the planet do the exact opposite of what you've been taught? They don't avoid debt, they embrace it, using it as a powerful tool to amplify their riches. The ultra-rich know how to transform debt into cash flow, assets, and exponential income. And here's the game changer. Once you understand their secrets, you'll see that debt isn't the problem. The real problem is not knowing how to wield it to your advantage. If you're ready to flip everything you've ever thought about debt and discover how to use it to skyrocket your wealth, stick with me until the end. I'm about to walk you through 15 proven strategies that can turn borrowing into a wealth-building superpower. But before we dive in, let's set the stage. If this topic sparks your curiosity, if you're serious about mastering money like the top 1%, then smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop a comment below telling me your biggest financial challenge right now. This isn't just about the rich. It's about you, about how you can take control of your financial future and build a life of abundance, starting today. Let's rewrite the rules of wealth together. Chapter 1. Shattering the debt myth. Let's start by debunking a dangerous myth that keeps millions stuck in financial mediocrity. Debt isn't inherently bad. It's not a monster lurking to destroy you. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how you use it. The problem isn't debt itself, it's ignorance about how to use it strategically. There are two types of debt, and understanding the difference is the first step to unlocking wealth. Bad debt is the kind that bleeds your bank account dry. It's borrowing to fuel consumption, buying a shiny new phone on installments, splurging on a flat-screen TV you can't afford, financing a vacation with credit cards, or leasing a fancy car that costs more to maintain than it's worth. These are money pits, debts that take cash out of your pocket and leave you with nothing but stress and bills. Then there's good debt, the kind that puts money into your pocket. This is borrowing that generates returns, creates profits, and builds assets. It's the mindset that separates those who struggle paycheck to paycheck from those who build empires, even if they start with nothing. The rich don't fear debt, they leverage it to create opportunities. And you can too, but only if you master 3 critical foundations before borrowing a single cent. Chapter 2. The 3 pillars of smart debt. Before you even think about using debt to build wealth, you need to have 3 things locked down. Without them, even the best strategies can backfire. Complete financial control. You must know your financial landscape inside out. How much you earn, how much you spend, where every dollar goes, and the state of your savings. Without this clarity, debt is a gamble. Track your income and expenses like a hawk, and always have a pulse on your financial health. A crystal clear plan. Never borrow without a roadmap. Every dollar you borrow must have a purpose. How will it generate returns? What's the timeline? What are the risks? A solid plan turns debt from a liability into a profit engine. Ironclad discipline. Strategy without discipline is a recipe for disaster. You need the focus to stick to your plan, avoid impulsive spending, and prioritize results over instant gratification. Debt isn't a game of chance. It's a game of intelligence, calculation, and relentless focus. With these pillars in place, you're ready to harness debt like the wealthy do. Now let's dive into the 15 proven ways to turn borrowing into a wealth-building machine. Grab a notebook. These strategies are pure gold. Chapter 3. The 15 wealth-building debt strategies. 1. Invest in income-generating assets. Imagine taking out a low-interest loan to buy equipment that immediately starts making you money. Think sewing machines for a tailoring business, 3D printers for custom products, or tools for a repair service. This is productive debt because the borrowed money works for you from day one. For example, a $5,000 loan for a t-shirt printing machine could generate $1,000 a month in sales, covering the loan payments and putting extra cash in your pocket. Unlike buying a new gadget that loses value, this debt fuels income and independence. 2. Finance rental real estate. Think financing a property is risky? Not if you do it right. Choose a high-demand property where the rent covers the loan payment, and you're using the bank's money to build an asset. Picture this. You finance a $150,000 apartment, and the $1,000 monthly rent matches the loan payment. Your tenant essentially pays off the property for you. Over time, the property appreciates, becoming a valuable asset in your name, all while you barely lift a finger. It's like getting paid to own real estate. 3. Expand a proven business. If you run a profitable business, a loan to scale up can be a game changer. Invest in more equipment, larger inventory, or better infrastructure to boost your revenue. Say you bake cakes and can't keep up with demand. A $10,000 loan for a bigger oven and more supplies could double your output and income. As long as the return exceeds the interest, this debt makes you richer, faster. It's strategic growth, not reckless borrowing. 4. Leverage low-risk, high-return investments. When you access credit with ultra-low interest rates, you can invest in opportunities that yield more than the cost of borrowing. For instance, financing a pre-construction property at 2% interest and reselling it for a 20% profit is a calculated move. This advanced strategy requires deep research and confidence, but for those who master it, it's like printing money. Always ensure the numbers add up before diving in. 5. Tap into low-interest credit lines. Government programs and development banks often offer loans with interest rates so low they're practically free money. Use these funds for productive ventures, like buying machinery to scale your business. A loan at 0.5% monthly interest to purchase equipment that boosts your production can pay itself off and leave you with surplus capital. It's a low-risk, high-reward way to accelerate your growth. 6. Stock fast-turning inventory. For retailers, running out of stock means lost sales. A loan to buy high-demand inventory that sells quickly can generate profits far exceeding the interest. If a clothing store sells out a popular shirt every week, borrowing to stock up ensures you capture every sale. The profit covers the loan, keeps your capital flowing, and maximizes your revenue. It's about staying ahead of demand. 7. Fund education that boosts income. Not all debt is tied to physical assets. Investing in your skills can be just as lucrative. A loan for a course, certification, or training that increases your earning potential is good debt. A $2,000 coding bootcamp could land you a job paying $60,000 a year, repaying the loan in months, and boosting your income for life. Education debt isn't a burden. It's a launchpad for long-term wealth. 8. Import products for resale. Importing goods directly from manufacturers at a fraction of the cost and selling them locally can yield massive profits. A loan to import phone accessories for $2 each, sold for $15, generates huge margins even after taxes and shipping. With a well-researched market and fast turnover, this debt multiplies your money quickly. It's a smart way to capitalize on global opportunities. 9. Finance scalable agricultural production. Farmers have long used debt to boost output, and it's one of the safest strategies when planned well. A loan for seeds, fertilizers, or equipment can expand your harvest, with sales covering the debt and leaving profit. For example, a $3,000 loan to plant more crops could yield $10,000 in sales, turning debt into a profit machine. Precision planning is key to success. 10. Build and sell real estate. Real estate investors love this strategy. Finance the construction of homes, apartments, or commercial spaces, then sell them for a hefty profit. A $200,000 loan to build a property sold for $300,000 nets you a significant return, even after interest. It requires careful planning and market knowledge, but it's a proven path to generational wealth. 11. Purchase vehicles for work. A vehicle can be more than a status symbol. It can be a workhorse. Financing a car for ride-sharing, a truck for transport, or a motorcycle for deliveries turns debt into income. A $300 monthly motorcycle payment could generate $2,000 in delivery earnings, paying off the loan and leaving you with profit. This debt transforms a liability into an income-generating asset. 12. Acquire professional equipment. Equipment that powers your business, sewing machines, salon tools, carpentry gear, or industrial machinery, can be financed to boost your income. A barber taking a $1,500 loan to outfit a salon could attract more clients and earn enough to cover the debt in months. This debt fuels productivity and independence, setting you up for long-term success. 13. Invest in high-performance franchises. Well-chosen franchises offer predictable returns with lower risk. Financing a proven franchise, like a food or beauty delivery service, can start generating profits immediately. With an established brand and system, your debt becomes a fast track to wealth. Research thoroughly to ensure the franchise aligns with your market. 14. Scale marketing for proven businesses. If your business is thriving but needs a boost, a loan for targeted marketing can explode your growth. Social media ads, SEO campaigns, or hiring a marketing expert can double your sales if you measure the return carefully. A $1,000 loan for ads that brings in $5,000 in revenue is productive debt at its finest. Always track results to stay in control. 15. Renegotiate bad debt into good debt. If you're drowning in high-interest debt, like credit card balances or overdrafts, don't despair. Take out a lower-interest loan to pay off those costly debts, freeing up cash to invest in income-generating assets. Swapping a 10% monthly credit card debt for a 1.5% loan saves you money and gives you capital to grow. This strategy flips the script, turning a burden into an opportunity. Chapter 4. A word of caution. Before you rush to borrow, heed this warning. The biggest mistake people make is using debt for consumption instead of production. Buying luxuries or chasing trends with borrowed money is a one-way ticket to financial ruin. Another pitfall is overestimating profits or underestimating risks. Always ensure your return exceeds the cost of borrowing. And never, ever take on strategic debt without an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and a safety net keeps a smart strategy from becoming a trap. Finally, don't rely on luck. Rely on numbers, calculations, and strategy. The rich don't gamble with debt, they master it. Chapter 5. Debt as a tool, not a villain. If you've been taught that debt is for broke people, you've been misled. Debt isn't the enemy, it's a tool. In the hands of the unprepared, it's a wrecking ball. But in the hands of the strategic, it's a rocket booster, accelerating your journey to financial freedom. The wealthy don't avoid debt. They use it to multiply their income, acquire assets, and build empires. Now that you know their secrets, the question is, will you keep seeing debt as a problem, or will you start seeing it as an opportunity to be used with intelligence? The difference between the rich and the struggling isn't money, it's knowledge. You now know the game exists, and you've got the rules. Start today. Organize your finances, study your options, craft a plan, and take your first steps toward using debt like the wealthy do. Your financial future isn't written yet, but with these strategies, you hold the pen. If you're hungry for more practical tips to grow your wealth, stick with this channel. We're building your success, one strategy at a time. Let's make it happen.